Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome all to the IXR Lambo ST Cup. Welcome all to round 4 here at Autodromo Enzo Edino Ferrari, aka Imola circuit. We're all just getting service loaded in, no drivers out on tracks at the moment. But yeah, welcome all to today's race. J-Swax will be in commentary as soon as possible. But yeah, welcome all, and welcome all to Imola. Beautiful circuit, obviously based in the Imola, Romagna region in Italy. Obviously, the hosted the F1 race for in 2020 and on 2021, and is in the actual calendar for 2022, so it's now a full-on regular. Obviously, this was a circuit where, unfortunately, we lost one of the greatest drivers in Ayrton Senna here at this circuit, and Roland Ratzenberger in the horrible day in May 1994. But yeah, welcome all today. How are you doing? Round 2. Ding ding, round 2. Yeah, bikes are best. It is. I'm not on my phone, so I can actually see people's names this time. I am going to do a bit of messing about today. Let me get in the right. I am ready this race, if anything. So, Imola, you have to get every corner right. Otherwise, it's in the walls. And the walls, there's not much runoff, as I had a bit of a hiccup there. There's not much runoff. And also the curbs, the sausage curbs, are very deadly, and I do not know how they react to these Lambo ST cars. You may know Lamborghini announced the Evo, and they are going to be available on a set of course competizione if you own the next gen consoles. So if you have a Series S/Series X, when it's released in February, the next gen version, you will have a new Evo of a car. The second generation of this car, so that'll be nice to see. Obviously, we don't have many rounds left because it's a short championship for this on Friday. The track is very, very warm, and that is without a doubt very warm. It is 32 degrees air temperature, and track is currently 35 degrees. At the moment, this will be consistent throughout practice. Soon as we hit qualifying, that standstill will go, and the temperatures will go up. We are waiting for a few more drivers. For example, Kerrich, he'll be on the server in a bit. I've had a bit of an odd moment overall. What is it? I had a bit of an odd moment watching loads of these drivers today. Went into the server as per usual, as I normally do, and all I see is cars going off. Every driver I run on, all went off a track, and all has struggled with their laps, and it was a bit of a moment, realization where you're like, wait a second, commentator's curse is genuine. And that's a pretty odd feeling. Right, my back actually hurts. I've got a nice chair this time. I've actually got a chair to sit on. I've not had a chair to sit on for a while, actually. But yeah, broadcast is up. We're going to go live notification gone on. If you're interested in the broadcast. IXR Best is absolute legend. But yeah, J-Smax will be here. Don is setting the quickest time. We're expecting lap times to go up as soon as possible. The next driver to cross the line is 791. That is the French driver in MC Farron. Am I ready for round 2? Well, round 2, the driver who caused controversy last week basically got banned by every racing community there is on Xbox. We all came together in unity and basically banned him because it was reckless driving. And then he tried to rejoin. Yeah, basically gave it away who he was. It was a very dumb thing to do. You can see IXR tool here, number 13. For him, it's lucky, but oh god, why did I say that? But he's not. He did lose it. He just lost it there. But you know what? He's got it. He's got it. Go. He just touched the curves to then put too much power. This is a very hard part of the track to nail. We've got Kerrich joining at 449. I should know this number. I should know Actually, I get confused because 447. I know it's Black Cowboys. So who is 449? There we go. The driver who basically does not know how to listen to the questions. WNG Phoenix. I'm only joking, mate. He misunderstood the rules. How are we all doing tonight? It's obviously in the UK getting dark. Obviously, a lot of people will be maybe busy watching the Formula One, which is going to be on at 8:45 of Sky Sports. I know it starts at 9 o'clock. Wait, what time does Formula One start? I do not know, but I believe it's 8:45. But yeah, obviously in Circuit of Americas. So yeah, tomorrow is going to be a big challenge for me to keep my focus on the broadcast and not be focusing on Formula One, which is going to be a struggle. Who's disconnected? Someone's disconnected. Someone disconnected there. I can't remember who. Anyway, numbers have gone down. Because someone's disconnected. Commentator's curse. Thank you. Whatever, we did have someone in server. We're disconnected. Then you can see driver's going to come through number 13 IXR. So is he going to improve? It's on a valid lap here. We've got nearly over 20 minutes of free practice. I absolutely enjoy it. For some reason, Imola is one of my favourite circuits. One of the few circuits I can absolutely nail. And it's because I've got a very special... It's a very special place in my heart because the circuit I was driving... Oh, we're having disconnects because good old Kerrich is gone. That is going to be a concern as Lord Farquhar joins. How come all these drivers who've just joined have all disconnected? That's two in the space of a few minutes. Oh god, Don's gone off. I don't call that commentator curse, I just call, yeah. And Mukviti, really one of the easiest names to say in commentary. This is how Boa Esports you would say it. I don't have a saying in that, so yeah. Just gonna have a look if I press the Xbox home button to see if Jace Mags will be joining later. Yeah, he will be. He's got a bit of work to do. I'm probably going to be doing that all tomorrow while watching the racing. W Series and whatever support series is on. If you see W Series on Channel 4, I can't promote that. Well, I'm just pretty much am, but yeah, that's a brilliant series to watch. At Kota, what about Keel if he's... Well, his ping's gone red, but that's because he's in the US. Let's see where Viti goes. 4th. It's second off, not too bad. Not too bad indeed. Oh yeah, IXR Endurance Cup. We have a new format for qualifying. Not qualifying, but the race in general. Thanks to our friends Online Sim Racers, we are going to be trialling a different format. which is going to be brilliant for 6 hours. Awesome. However, it is going to mean I probably will not be involved in the entirety of the entirety of the whole broadcast. I just struggled to say the word there, but I won't be. Because I'm racing. It's just not possible for me to be there for 6 hours. So I might not be there for the race. Obviously, I've already said I'll be doing every round apart from the final round, which is a no-go for me because I am going to be absolutely busy for that during that period of time. Today I've already said I can't do the, if you've not seen the clip, check it out where I say, what a lunatic. I'm going to completely avoid it because the next day I was meant to be recording vocals. And my voice was not in a very good condition. I woke up and it was like I've had a few drinks and I was like, I ain't been drinking, so my voice, it's probably because I've worn my voice out. Characters now back in the server. Which is good to see. But yeah, Q-Wolf obviously setting the benchmark in a very hot Imola. Let's go on board with everyone's favourite driver, Rimps Media. Right, let's see how he does it. So he brakes for the Variante Tamburello. He's got to get the corners and the curbing right. If you go over one of the curves too much, it'll settle the car. As you can see, it's just done there. And also, if you run over it too wide, it'll invalidate your lap. Now this corner here, Variante Villeneuve, used to be a right-hander for the motorbikes, but now became a left-hander after they changed the circuit in 1994. After the deaths of Roland Ratzenberger and Ayrton Senna. As he goes up the hill, he's got to get his power right. Thank you for the follow. Data not found. See, got to get the corner right here. Get the car right planted. Got to get the car planted there. Brakes. I have forgotten the corner name, but it's an iconic corner. Rimps almost ran too wide there, but positioned his car in the right place. And he comes here to the iconic corner that we all see. Catches a lot of drivers out, you can see, just got the car there, almost lost it, saved it. But it's going to have a massive wear on tyres. Now we're going to go into the final section here. And they've changed this, they shortened it to add the gravel in 1994. A lot of the one of the long lists of the circuit changes that were done after Senna's death. So you're going to go back on throttle now, down, stop, finish straight here. What lap time is Rimps Media going to put in? It's going to be slow. 1:48. That's puts in P6. So that's not too bad actually for Rimps Media. And there we go, get more drivers in. 64. What is it with all these numbers? Gowney is obviously feeling better now. That is nice to see. Yeah, we're still here. Kerrich is not Kerrich. Keyworth is still the still set the benchmark time. And we go down. Who's going to be close enough to set a good lap here? I'm going to guess. So, who is it then? I can't tell. It's the driver with a single digit. It's IXR. So, I was clicking it and it wasn't working. Yeah, I'm obviously got a lot to do. Obviously tomorrow it's time for the IXR at Snetterden. will be doing the AMs and the Pro-Ams. Nice to see the lobby full. I will be fully focused on the broadcast, as you may know. What am I saying? I have no idea. But and it's going to be a good race with more drivers. Tool, don't know what he's doing. Is he trying to antagonise someone or not? We do not know. Now you can see Black Cowboys just trying to round the corner. Really, his ping is a bit sky high today, but don't worry, his latency is very good. If his latency is not good, then not very good for the rest of the drivers. But yeah, how are we all doing today? Black Cowboys does improve slightly. He has improved. Irish, of course, and Glitch. Two very quick drivers. Obviously, Irish, Rims Media, Ghost doing a brilliant job in BCI. Obviously, we try to get the maximum points. We've got two really fast Germans. So their very quick yellow flags are out. Quickly gone. UK, it's absolutely freezing, but here in ACC at Imola, it's absolutely boiling. Tyres are going to be a big concern for these drivers. You're going to have to look after the rubber, and you're going to have to make sure that you do not push yourself too much, because otherwise you might not make it to the end and you might be spinning. For two drivers here, obviously there's been a long pun about me and them catching them spinning all the time. So, 11 minutes till we... over 11 minutes till checkered flag is out. The brilliant thing about ACC is, as soon as every driver's crossed the line, who was on a valid lap in practice, you start qualifying. So some drivers would want to take advantage of it, of the no overtaking, and as car 56 on Farquhar, the French driver has gone off. Yes, I was about to say his actual name. Just managed to hold that back there. Oh, well, I thought Glitch was going off into gravel there. See how Irish does. Right, let's bring up the timetables. See how many laps you can do. So Keeble's done 5, Phoenix done 4, Don has done 5, Farron's done 7, Iceman has done 6, Tour has done 8, Rims Media has done 4, Antler Vitty's done 2, Black Cowboys 5, Irish 1, Glitch 1, Kerridge 3. I can't actually see what Lord Farquaad's done because it's cutting off. He's done 3. And these two have done no laps. That is your lap count. So, car 24 is Glitch. Say hello to the guy who basically transformed our BCI team. If you don't know what BCI is, that's Battle Central International. It's where we have all the Xbox organisations go and work together. You can see Glitch goes up to 5th. Let's go board with GRT Irish. German Racing Team Irish. Car number 4. Up to 5th as well. So Irish knocks his mate Glitch off P5. Let's see what IXR Tool can do. I use a quote in Zandvoort. May play guitar, but I ain't IXR at all. Stays where he is. Iceman is the next driver to come through. And he's still on a valid lap. Let's see how he does it here. Keywolf is now live on Twitch. He doesn't go he doesn't go live a lot. Bigfoot's still not sorted out the thing for me. Catching you out, mate, but you've taken a lot of credit for a lot of things I've done, which has bugged me off. But that's not the main focus. This is still what I've got control of. So OSR Iceman, let's see what he can do. He was recruited not long ago. Did he improve? I can't tell. He did slightly. Yellow flags are out because Glitch has gone off. He's got to be careful because Airish is there. It's going to rejoin as soon as Airish is done. And Airish is on a hot lap. It's going bored with the German. He's 5/10 up in his lap. The Keywolf is untouchable this race. Remember, Airish got the win at Paul Ricard by judging his strategy to perfection. Keywolf made a mistake and he spun the car around, and Airish was able to take advantage as Airish goes up to P3. There'll be more time from the German, that's for sure. Now Don here, how does he react? Well, unless he can magically gain time, he's not going to improve. Let's see what OSR Iceman can do. He's up on his time, so let's see what he can do. White flag, so someone's made a mistake there. And who was that? Lord Farquhar. Another French driver off, another French driver passes him. Who is... I get this question a lot. From what region are drivers not cursed? French drivers. I've never caught out a cursed French driver. That is no joke. I probably have, but do you know what? It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen a lot. So let's see. He's nearly 3/10 off. He's still going very close. Goes to the P5. So a lot of drivers all improving to P5 today, which is absolutely nuts. When you think about it. Airish is actually up in his time, but I think he lost his time there. He knows that P2 is very near. If he can be near Keywolf, he's got a good chance of getting the win today, because we know what Keywolf is like in the races. He can do a perfect racecraft, and towards the end he can just absolutely lose it. Phoenix has got a German. Phoenix and Airish have started on the same road together quite a few times throughout this season. And it's ended with some brilliant races. Glitch goes up to P6. I think Don is practicing either with damage or he's practicing with a heavier car to simulate the race conditions. So you can see all the drivers coming through to set lap times here today. Black Cowboys, he's been off the pace tonight, as it's actually 6/10 up, which is actually pretty good. See what he can catch. He's still going to be 5 seconds off, but he's gradually getting there, just trying to learn the car and how to manage it. Erich is just not set a lap. I think he's struggling. You can see Irish and Glitch are very near each other once again. Irish is 4 tenths down. What about Glitch? 10th up. He's not been able to get a toe off his friend. And Glitch shows up to 5th once again. I think all these drivers there extracting the maximum they can out of these cars. It's going to be their #1 priority tonight. So, 3 minutes left of the broadcast. Not 3 minutes left of the broadcast. 3 minutes left of free practice. And before we head into qualifying, but hopefully myself and Chase Max. Invite sent. Just to back it up to say you've got work. He actually does have actual work. So let's go on board with Black Cowboys here. Oh, he's going to lose time there. Nope, he's going to gain time. By the movement, I thought he was going to lose time, but he's not going to. So 7 tenths up. Can he probably gain a second? Nope, he's going to lose it. He just went too wide then, didn't get the right apex, and you can see he's had a bit of an understeery moment there, where the car just basically wants to give up and say, can you please go away? Thank you. It's what is happening there. Ladies and gents, who is your favourite for the race win today? Oh god, Black Cowboys just lost it there. What about good old Kerry? Oh, he's invalidated his lap an awful lot today. At 149, it's not going to be too much. He's done 6 laps, and he's only going to really get one more opportunity to get another lap in. Unless he wants to go super, super quick and not make a mistake, that's going to be his lap. He's probably going to have enough time for 2 laps, and then he's going to have to maybe think about qualifying. Oh god, he's gone into the wall, and he's going to think about qualifying now. So that is a lot of drivers just generally just practicing. Someone's driven in. Is he going out? He's going out. No, he was speeding. He was speeding. He was speeding. I think he's forgotten. I know why he's coming out the pit lane. The driver, and with number 13 there. Let's see what happens here. No pun intent needed to explain IXR 2 and Kerrich's long funny rivalry. It is the funniest rivalry you can get here in IXR, because one makes one of the races miserable. And he slows down because he realises Kerrich is in front of him. Let's see where Glitch goes. Car 24th, I think Kerrich was like, fuck it. Why did I say that in an accent? No idea. Glitch is sped. So Don is the only driver out on track. So he's gonna. That means, ladies and gents, qualifying is gonna come in when Keywolf is a second up. Let's see how we do it with the simulation on. Checkered flag is out. So as soon as Don crosses that line, qualifying is going to start. So every driver must get their setup ready, saved, and ready to go. In Don's case, he's going to be late to qualifying, but he might be on that qualifying simulation, but maybe the wrong tyres, because he's probably had a battering tonight. And that's it. You can see, this was who's going to have their qualifying position. So who's going to come out first? GRT Irish, once again, is going to come out the pit lane there. You can see there. It's all crowding around here. And there you go, the qualifying The qualifying queue has already started. Right, just include my audio.
Yeah.
As qualifying has started. Right, are you in the server?
No, probably not.
Okay,
No.
qualifying has started.
But I am here.
Yes, GLT Irish once again is the first one out of the. I've noticed trend with Irish is that he's always the first one in the server, and he's always the first one to leave the pit lane.
Huh.
Says a lot about his mentality in getting that lap together and being quick. Though Keywolf has been a second quicker in practice than everyone else, no one has come close to Keywolf so far in the practice server and in the official race server.
Yeah, that was fun. I don't know if anyone has seen the advert. There's adverts where it's like, when you're uploading on the deadline day, and then it's like, oh, the app, and it's all fine. Well, that's the complete opposite of what's just happened to my laptop, because it's decided to crash 3 hours before deadline.
Oh god.
So I had to wait for my dad to. He's gone out, so I've just been using his one doing it instead. We're all good.
I've had that before when my computer's crashed and I do not know what to do.
Yeah, well. It's all good.
I've been asked. Bikes are best has asked, how's your wheel going?
It's alright. It's alright. I mean, I'm trying to sort something out with another seat on it. Some wood. But
Yeah,
it's gonna be a tomorrow weekend.
I was watching your stream when you got the punches.
Yeah, I was using the same one. Yeah.
I was like, there's no way you're getting a puncher on a brand new fresh set of tyres. Then I think you just forgot to change your tyre.
Yeah, I ran the same tyres constantly. Such a idiot. And my setup felt absolutely trash anyway. But you know,
GLT Irish is just trying to plant his car around the circuit. It's got Keyworth also behind him on a lap, and the driver, MCR Farin has invalidated their lap. And the guy who has multiple identities, WNG Phoenix, is also still on a lap.
I don't know why. It's for me when I was in the old lock screen, putting in the passwords, there's one person in the lobby.
Oh yeah, it does that all the time.
From the looks of it on my phone, they're putting more than one person in the lobby.
Let's see what Irish does. What lap time is it? 1:47. Let's see what good old Keyworth can do. Immediately beats it by a second.
Light work. It makes it look easy.
Comes out of Phoenix, 6 tenths behind. Kerrich is still going out the pit lane. Someone's gone off. 104. That is Rimps Media.
Weeks.
What's up with your mic? I don't know if they can hear you. They said, what's up with your mic? So have I not turned you up enough?
Not clear. For some reason my phone decided to connect to the Alexa downstairs.
What's up with your mic? And now there's a whole queue forming.
Yeah, it is crackling, I can hear it. But I think that's not my end. Does it sound fine in the party, Dylan?
Yeah, sounds fine in the party.
I think it must be lagging then on stream, like pushing my audio. Well, let me uninclude it. Include it again.
They can hear you. Right, if you're in the lobby, if you're in the server, you can probably see that Irish is going to come through and cross the line. He goes up to second place. That's very close. But what is Keywolf going to do? He goes even quicker. Are you in the server? Yes. Yeah, you can see that Black Cowboys is going to come through, and he's going to cross the line. He's been off the pace today, but he's been gradually getting there. As you can see, he's gone ahead of Don. Done. Right, and we're gonna make sure that he doesn't come back, because he hasn't said anything. I know, but I was like, let's just leave the ban as it is. Just annoying. You're not annoying. Don goes up to 7th. Right, let's see what Irish can do. Irish and Keywolf have been consistently doing their laps. They are fighting for pole position. It's like Keywolf is one step ahead of Irish every single time. And by the way, 2 minutes and 40 seconds left of qualifying. He does not improve. Right, Keywolf stays where he is. Who is your bets, James, for pole position? Yeah, I'm going to stick with Keywolf because he has been so consistent throughout this series whenever he's been racing. And he's been able to get the maximum out of the car every single time. I just realised Keywolf, Kerridge and IXR2 are right next to each other, and everyone knows what that means. Carnage. Someone's gone off. I'm gonna go and see Bobby Keywolf. He's up on his time, but it's by a tiny margin. Erich has invalidated his lap. Guessing glitch. Don't know why. Just picked a name. Glitch is there, up to 4th. Both drivers invalidated their lap. Nope. Keywolf is going to pull over, and I think he's going to say, that's it, I am going to be done with qualifying tonight. So Keywolf he's currently on provisional pole. He's going to go and help his dad now, try and get a lap in. By not driving. No, just coach his dad to go around the circuit. Yeah, you turn this way. No, not that way, that way. So, Aliana, how are you doing? I need to make you a mod. I can't do that on this one. But yeah, you can see qualifying is anyone's game here. Who is going to take pole position? Checkered flag is out. Kerridge got a lap in. He's up to 11th. Lord Farquhar takes checkered flag. Where is he going to go? Stays where he is. Car 96. Goes up to OSR Iceman. Goes up to P3. Knocks firing off the top. This moment. Gomwe goes up to P. Who's that crossing the... But Baron takes that P3 back. But let's see what GRT Irish can do. Nope, he's coming in. Keyworth is on pole position tonight. Taking that gamble and coming into the pit lane early, Keyworth has been able to go ahead and take pole position. So, everyone has got a lap in apart from Ant McVitie. I've never driven these cars properly. But we have one of the strongest lineups on the front row with Keyworth and Irish on pole position for the IXR Lambo ST Cup. Here at Autodromo Enzo Dino Ferrari, aka Imola Circuit. Right, I'm gonna go and try mod Saliano. Let's see. I'm probably saying that wrong, very badly. And I say a lot of words wrong. He's tagging the wrong category. Again. Done. You're now moderator. Wrong tag. Oh, 2 drivers have backed out. So did a server disconnect happen? Who's disappeared off the radar? Oh, Wing Phoenix and Conway. Are they going to start last? Oh, we have 11 viewers. Wow. 11 viewers. Wow. That's gone up. That is amazing. As soon as I go on the actual IXR like Twitch account, so just mod someone, the viewers go up. Right, I'm gonna... It's gone back down. Say entire... No, I'm not entire... I could say it earlier in the day, but as soon as I go into commentator mode... he's currently starting P11, so it's anyone's game. So I'm gonna press drive soon. Not drive. Okay, everyone is gonna take check. Everyone is gonna take the start. Keyworth back on pole position once again. Around the circuit where I famously remember Keyworth being punted off the track by a lagging French driver. This is when him and his dad were teammates. He's pulling away, he's waiting for Irish. It's all about having a good start here. But is it 70 or 80 kilometers is a limit for the start. Remember, this is a spec series here. Erich is still ahead. He could be penalised. Keyworth now goes ahead slightly. He needs to... Let's go, go, go! And Erich gets a better start. Or does he? No. Keyworth gets a good start. But Farin is sandwich. It's going to sandwich. Ooh, that's very close indeed. Oh, carnage! Someone's gone off. That's Carrot. Oh. A murder's carriage. Oh, is that... That's gone. Wait, was that carriage? No. I feel like I've done some misidentification. No, is that... No, it's Don. Don's car has been wrecked. And you can see the battle in front is very close, with 3 drivers in contention here, all very twitchy. It's all about being consistent around this circuit. You do not want to make too many mistakes, otherwise it can end in disaster. So, Rims Media is battling with IXR Tool. 2 drivers who they've had their first year of incidents together. For example, Rims Media on Instagram called me a bitch yesterday for no apparent reason. When he almost murders IXR Tool there, but he just backs out there. Now Keyworth is very close about going into Variante Villeneuve. Not Italian, so my accent is going to be horrible, but you can see we're going up to, as James May called it, Tossa. It's Tossa. You can see these 2 drivers very, very close. But Keyworth has not got the advantage. Or has he? So Don is into the pit lane. Obviously he's probably got a significant amount of damage after just being absolutely slaughtered at the start. Are you there, James? Okay, they're battling for the lead. What did he say, I wonder? IXR carnage. You can see they're still battling there. Erich had a bit of a moment there, but Keyworth are going to pick up the dirty air there. These cars are known for the dirty air, but Keyworth is going to be very close here. He's going to be thinking of a move, but Aris just cuts him off and says no. He just gives him a flat out no. He says no. I'm in the lead. See, in a more German voice, he would be saying that. I know what Aris sounds like because I've been on a party chat with him for nearly 12 hours. Because of obviously Aris cutting Keyworth off, Byron is right there as well. So in the background, IXR Tool, got Rims Media past IXR Tool. And Kerridge is up into P10. Chat is just too funny at the moment. See the gaps here. MCR Foreign is the quickest driver on circuit. Stream laggy. It's probably laggy on my. I'll have a look on my mobile phone because it's not too bad. Yep, it's not too bad. Oh, talking about the Porsche, how a lot of drivers are saying goodbye to their Porsche. Not many. It's a bit like, oh, it's Keyworth thinking of it in the same corner as the previous lap, but Aris just cuts him off and is in the right position at the right time here. Now we're going to go down one of the iconic circuits here. Can be taken out flat, cannot be taken out flat. I've seen Kerridge and his dad. Oh, Kerridge has gone wide. Not Kerridge, Keyworth has gone wide. He's going to do what Latifi did to the Mazepin. Or is he? No. Stays on track. And he's going to lose a position here. Keyworth down to P3. And after I called him Kerridge. Jesus Christ. He's going to go for the move. Oh, contact! There's been contact! Now OSR Iceman is in contention. He did have to lift there. The gaps are now very spread out here. Oh, Iceman's off! The car's just not. Oh, that we got to be careful with his rejoin there. He drops down to P8, P7. He might drop down. His Phoenix, a driver who can't decide what Phoenix he is. Keyworth is now back up into P2. Gee, he's gone off. Commentate. Oh, someone else is off. Ant McVitie. Is that going to be another disconnect? Or is he going to engage reverse? Nah, he disconnected. Oh, both disconnected. Oh, yellow flags to get out again. Someone else is off. That is Black Cowboys. But he's going to be going on this time. Ant McVitie has one of the worst looks, I would say, in the whole of the championship. I don't think he's finished the race. Have you lost your voice? Question. Fair enough. Fair enough, you've done it. You've done a lot of typing. Yeah, I've done a lot as well. I still need to write my essay, but okay. Yeah, it's politics work. That's right. You can see the grid is now well and truly split here. It is, the gaps are very, very not close. I almost said very close, but they are not close. The track temp is actually, it's optimum, but it's still relatively high in this Italian heat. In this Italian heat. These. Oh yeah. This. I still ain't got the. They still haven't sorted the incidents out last night. They normally do. Lord Farquaad has gone off. Is that Lord Farquaad? Let's see. Yes, he's gone off. And someone else has gone off. Kerrich! He spun the car off. Yeah. This time I wasn't on board with him. So... Who's that? Who's gone with... Let's see. No, it's Gowney. It's Gowney. I remember I got... Yeah, remember I got a lot of slack last time because I was saying Gowney when it was Gowney. I went on board with Glitch and he spun. He's just stuck. Glitch has spun. He has spun the car around. That means Rims could be on the podium if the top three decide to go crazy and crash into each other. Which they won't because they're very capable drivers and they're very not like dumb. There is no pit window. There is no mandatory pit stop today. So it's all about the drivers. It's a sprint. It's basically a sprint to the end. It's all about managing your tyres. It's all about looking after your car. It's all about not spinning. And then ruining your tyre. Rims Media. I mean, not Rims Media. IXR Tools not that far off Rims Media. I think Rims is struggling. Rims is struggling. He's quick at the start, then it's, for Rims Media is a challenge just to look after the tyres. Yeah, that's very close now. The gap is less than a second. Now it's all about positioning. Okay, by my calculation, he's gained nearly 2 attempts there to go into the next corner here. Acqua Minerale goes. Oh, Tools just lost a bit. Just had a bit of an understeering moment there, and ended up just backing out there. So that battle temporarily comes to the end, and now the tyres should be. Someone's gone off T1. That isn't car 64. That is Gowney. going slowly as well. How is the steering not? How is the steering not bent? That's what I want to know. No, I don't. It's not bent. See it? Not bent. He somehow looked after this car, even though he's put it in the wall. He puts it in the wall intentionally, just to try and just turn it around there. So, yep, tool's gone off. Wait, who's gone off? Oh, yeah, and what is it? Don's gone off as well. And Glitch has gone off again. Not Glitch, Tool. The second. Remember, there's two OSR Icemans. One has a 7. Yeah, one has a 7. One is just actually OSR Iceman. And that's Rimps Media. Because it's apparently Rimps' mate. Also, something I've noticed with Kerrich's car. Where is the green? We have a whole livery which is basically a tribute to Kerrich, but after all the spins. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, we do have the IXR Endurance Cup, which is the first race is in December. Is it December, right? Oh, someone's off. Glitch. Glitch. Yes. Now I can tell the difference. Let's have a look. They actually do. It's a conspiracy to confuse. And Kerrich lets his son through as well. And you can see we're halfway through the race, but drivers have already had their spins, fair share of spins, and also they've also probably got flat spots as well. So to also have the they've also got the challenge of trying to drive this car, and also have flats and while driving with a flat spot, which is horrible. Oh, OSR Iceman's off! He's off! He's into the wall! He's disconnected! Oh god, that is not very good indeed. He hit the wall and now he's off. Now that puts IXR Tool back up into P5. What a race already! This is very good points position for drivers like Rimps Media, who's just been driving the car to how we would normally drive it, but consistently, and that's put him in a good position. If he continues to drive like this, he's going to be in a good position towards the end. So I'm going to go on board with Keyworth because he's actually gone ahead. And the gap between him and Irish is 2 seconds. That's nearly a second quicker. Irish has made a mistake somewhere. I actually need to go to the toilet. So James, go aboard. You can go and commentate on this battle here between Irish and Keyworth.
How long has my party been on mute? How long has the party been on mute? Oh, for flips. But I must have just done. Is it? Ah. Are you still in chat? 'Cause how long have you not been able to hear? Have you not been able to hear me since you sent that message? Ah. This gap's come right down as well. Let's go back to this while we're. It's not telling me the gap. Oh, 0.3 seconds is the gap. They are really getting close now. Half a second. You're not on mute. Yeah, no, I'm not on mute anymore. But I don't know how long. I just checked my party and it didn't have it clicked. I don't know how long it. You know what? It's in the past. It's all in the past. Let's have a look at this gap from the angle. Just 0.5 now. I'm also airing the guy who's trying to offer me a seat. Oh, you're back. Good, you're back. I need to reply to this guy.
So, the battle between the lead is very close. Less than a second.
Oops, shut the screen.
Who's going to get through? Keyworth, Irish. We've seen them battle before. Now the roles have been reversed. Was reversed to Paul Ricard. See what these two drivers can do. It's all about positioning here, and they've just all Keyworth got to do is just pressure Irish into mistake. Lapping Black Cowboys there has not helped. What is Irish doing? It's like he's going slowly. Battle here, still very close.
Yes.
I'm not introducing Keyworth Cam, it's because we've already seen it. Right, 5 minutes left. This is going to be a very. Oh, Carriage is into the pit lane. Maybe it's the. And 31 is off. that Squirrel Pyle, who's been doing a good job this race, is going to lose a position. The gap is now opened up now. So maybe Keyworth push might be over. Or maybe not. Got another lap car to negotiate here. This is Gowney here. Ooh, this is going to be close. Keyworth just needs to get the toe off Airish.
Alrighty.
I'm so confused what's going on, James. Oh, this is close here.
Well, I'm now teammates of Panda Bigfoot. When F1 League. So the IXR lads are going to tear it up.
Yeah, no more flat spots.
You're going to have a look
Very
here.
close. Yes, he's going to have a look. We're going to go and pull the Keyworth cam. The iconic Keyworth cam. The idea came from Imola. For the first time, which we actually did an IXR event. 4 hours of Imola. It feels like a very long time ago, but it was in May. And the first thing I remember was a driver called Keyworth starting on pole position and then being taken out. That's the idea of Keyworth facts. Then eventually evolved into Keyworth cam as soon as he became a moderator. It's good. Is he going to go for it? No. But is he going to have a go at it? Going into Variante Villeneuve? No, he's not that close.
What did you keep gifting? What have you just gifted?
Bits.
Well, no bits left over.
Pardon?
Where have you got them from? What have you spent money on that?
Yes. Always do. Bit of money left, I'll do it. It's all fun of games in the end, and it will actually go towards the content creator.
That's true.
You think Activision always wants 100 bits? Because it's his wage.
Yeah, and he needs that to pay for the service as well, and I guess we do the same.
Ooh, it's 3 attempts here. Final lap! It's final lap! We've got a last lap battle here. Where's Kerridge when you need him? Keyworth is desperate to try and get ahead here. He really wants to get a win.
I can tell you where Carrot is when we need him, he's in the pits.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm normally a chicane, but this time you might need a Kerridge as a chicane. Oh, he's thinking of it on the outside of Toaster. It's not going to work out. Or is it? No, it's not going to work out. He's got better traction, Keyworth. He's got better tyres. Oh, it's going to be close here. I'm shouting at the top of my voice because it's very, very close. Going down to... Keyworth, is he going to be ahead? No!
Ooh.
They touched! They touched! That's it! Is that it for Keyworth?
Very aggressive
He's
defending.
He's pushing like anything to try and get that win, but I think he's pushed too much. His lights are on. He's not flashing. He's not salty yet. Yeah, but at this point, it looks like it is game over for the pork pie for the pork pie driver. I don't know why I said that. GRT Irish is gonna come through. He started second. Irish wins here at Imola. Keyworth comes over 3-2. That was a very, very tense few laps there. Don, who Gowney takes P9 MCRV and takes P3. It is on the podium. Rims Media's had enough because
Rims Media down to P6 somewhere.
IXR Tool somehow is going to take P4.
Oh, Rims Media lost it at the last corner.
He wanted it and he spun. He has spun the car around.
Luckily for him, next car's at the chicane.
And luckily for him, reverse is available.
And I'm not going to hear the end of it.
So Rims Media comes home to take P6. That even though he dropped back in the last few minutes. Do you know what? P6 is a brilliant result, points-wise. Lord Farquaad is going to come home and take P7. Scorapael is going to actually come home and take P8. He was not very confident today, and Don is going to come home and take P11. 2 laps down. That's a brilliant recovery. Ladies and gentlemen, that is your race results. James, I'm going to allow you to read the race results out.
Let's go. You know I love to read the race results. Air wins here. Keyworth P2. Farron P3. IXR sneaks his way to P4. With Glitch P5 off bumps and scratches. Who likes to spin on the last is P6. Awkward is P7 with Squirrel Powell. So how did you say it? You said it right and I just said it wrong.
Scorapael.
Scorapael is in at P8. Shit. I was going to say Gown is in P9, Black Culver is P10, Don Grantol in P11, Kimmich is in P12, OSR Iceman is in P13, although he didn't finish, so I don't know why I'm reading either. Wayne Phoenix P14, and Vitty would have been P15, yep. But he doesn't get points for that.
Iceman from Vitty all finished, and Kerrich also did not take checkered flag. Gentlemen, we're on to this, which I cannot remember where it is at, so look.
We're going somewhere, ladies and gentlemen. Somewhere. We are going.
Somewhere. We are going iconic circuit, which is Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps.
Oh boy.
That's going to be a good one. I should have known this for that, because Patrick Post was practicing. And I was wondering why I was practicing at Spa when it was Imola. So yeah. We'll see you on Monday for P4 League.
Indeed.